Hi there, Rob here again from Power Learning Solutions. And today, what I'm going to take a look at is how to handle a question that one of my doctoral interns asked me when helping me out with some grading for some student assignments. One of the things that I give feedback on, besides just APA formatting, is their compliance with WCAG document accessibility standards. And the big things that I look for when I'm grading their papers are that they have their headings tagged for document navigation and that they have alt text on any embedded images. Those are the two big easy things that I make sure that my students are compliant with all of their assignments. There are some other things you can look for, but that's what I'm going to focus on for this video. Now, my doctoral intern was looking at a couple of assignments that were submitted via PDF instead of as Word documents, and that's absolutely fine. You can check those things with PDF documents easily enough. Now, this particular helper of mine does not have the full Adobe Editor suite through Creative Cloud. They just have Acrobat Reader. And it is possible to do a quick check in Acrobat Reader to see if they're compliant, at least in terms of tagging their headings for document structure. And the way to do that is simply to look at the bookmarks for the document. Now, I have this document open in Acrobat Reader here right now, and the bookmarks are over here on the sidebar. If they're not showing for you, just go to the drop-down menu, the hamburger menu at the top right corner labeled Menu. Go to View, and under Show Hide, for side panels, make sure that Bookmarks is checked off for you. That will show that on the side panels. So if I take a look at this, I can see that there are no bookmarks showing up. If the document was properly tagged and all of these headings were actually tagged as heading level 1 or heading level 2 as appropriate, they would show up as bookmarks over here. If they were properly tagged when the student created the document in their word processor and if they exported the document properly. We'll get to that a little later on. So that's how you can quickly check it in Acrobat Reader and how you can reveal the bookmarks tab if it's missing from over here. Now, I'm going to take a look at this same document in Adobe DC, the full editor suite that I have available to me. And one of the tools that's available in that is called the accessibility tool. This is how I typically check my first line of checking for accessibility. So I'll click on the accessibility tools. I will click on accessibility check and make sure everything is checked off. Start checking now. And I can see that there are 3 issues here: logical reading order, the title, and the color contrast. Now, each of these, the title is easy enough to fix in this. You're just adding a document title into the properties. The logical reading order needs to be manually checked. I'm not going to worry about that at this point. That's something I'll worry about when I'm creating PDFs to distribute to students. And we're not going to take a look at this. Color contrast ratio, this entire document is black and white, so I'm just going to pass that for my purposes now. So far, it appears that the student doesn't have any major issues with their document accessibility. However, as we saw in Acrobat Reader, there were no bookmarks showing. So I can check that again here. Here's my bookmarks. There's no bookmarks. So what that tells me is a couple of things in terms of accessibility. Either A, the student did tag everything properly in their word processor, but they didn't export the document to PDF properly. Or B, everything is tagged, but it's all tagged as paragraph and there are no heading tags, which means that there's no document structure for any visually impaired users who may be using a screen reader. Now, I can do a further dive on that by exporting this document to Word and seeing what the structure of the document is in Word and how they have everything tagged. Fortunately, I actually have a copy of that on here already ready to go in Word. So here's the same document. I can see that the title and the headings are just tagged as normal. They're tagged as paragraph text. So they have not been tagged as headings by the reader. In another video, I cover how to update your headings to make sure that they're both APA compliant and WCAG compliant. This heading here is APA version 7 compliant. So I'm just going to right click on heading level 1, update heading 1 to match. And I'm also going to tag the title as a heading level 1. And if I can find any heading level 2s in here, doesn't look like they have any, I will tag this references also as a heading level 1. So this document is now compliant in Word for anyone who's using a screen reader. So how do you make your PDF compliant if you're exporting it to send to your instructor? Well, there are a couple of different ways that you can send this to a PDF file. One is to print it as a PDF. Don't do that. Printing to PDF flattens the document. It removes any markup that you have in there, including your tagging structure. What you want to do is either save as PDF or better yet, go to Export and click on Create Adobe PDF. And I'm just going to call this V2 Demo. It's going to now open this document up in my Acrobat PD suite. And I can run my accessibility check on this again. So it's picking up those same issues. However, now I can see that there are bookmarks because it's picking up those heading 1 taggings and including them as bookmarks. That means that anyone who's using a screen reader application can now use their keyboard or a switch to navigate from heading to heading and find the section in the document that they want.